Hit record. All right, everybody, welcome to another episode of the Best Self Weekly, episode 33. Man, we got a special guest here today. I'm gonna let Jamal do the intro. Let's do it. Let's run it.
Yeah, today, like Hunter said, man, we have a special guest. We have former NBA player, former overseas star, former just legend, Las Vegas legend, has his number retired with his brother at Bishop Gorman in high school. I don't know anyone to do that. Kashif Watson, player of the year in '05. Kashif, man, we appreciate you, taking the time out your day, to join our episode.
No problem, guys. Thanks for having me.
For sure, man.
No
And
problem.
what we normally do to start off before we get into like the intro of everything you've done, man, is we just focus on being the best self, your best self, that best version. And
Hmm.
just to ask you right away, man, to answer that question, what does that mean to you? What does it mean to be that best version of yourself?
That's a great question. Best version of yourself to me is just being who you are every day and striving to be great every day. Striving to do the best of your ability, do everything you can to the best of your ability, no matter what it is, tying your shoe, walking, whatever it could be, just being the best, doing everything the best you can and not taking anything for granted or taking time off. Just striving for greatness every second of the day.
Yeah, I love that, man. And how do you do that? Because Jamal and I, we've been having some guests on. We talk a lot about like having morning routines, having a structure, doing the small, simple, like daily discipline things that add up. And like, how would you say, to chase greatness, what does that mean? Do you mean like, do it on a daily basis? Does that include a specific structure you follow?
A
Chase,
diet or yeah.
chasing greatness to me is just chasing myself, like making myself better. Like I said, every day, like I know what I want to do. I know where I want to be in life. I have goals. I have a vision. So it's just waking up every day and just trying to get closer and closer to where I want to be every day. And there's no rhyme or reason or real things. Everybody has their own routine or whatever. My routine is just listen to myself, listen to my body, listen to what my mind is telling me, and go from there. Just trying to have a clear mind every day and not be super emotional about anything, not be too high, be too low. Just being even keel and just listening to myself and listening to understanding, trusting my body and trusting who I am.
Nice. I love that, bro. I love that. We were just talking about listening to our intuition, listening to our body, and it's cool that you say that because, I think people can sometimes just like have a routine of like being a robot and doing everything. But I think the most important thing, like you, is listening to your body, listening to your mind, your intuition, for sure.
Yes, you got to listen to your intuition. That's basically yourself. That's who you are.
Yeah.
Because who's talking to you besides yourself, right? Like who's in your head? Who is that person? That's you.
Uh, sure.
Kashif, how has God impacted you in your life along the way?
God's impacted me tremendously. I feel like that's why I grew up in church, man. If you know me, you know my parents. My dad's a like pastor. My mom's like the first lady, and if you spent the night at my house on Saturday, you was going to church on Sunday. So if you knew me, like you didn't want to spend the night at my house, you was always trying to spend the night at your own house on Saturday. Have me come over, but you didn't want to go to church on Sunday. We go to church on Sunday. We there all day, so it ain't like an hour or nothing. We there from 8 in the morning to 2 in the afternoon. Then we going back at night. So God has been in my life and blessed me tremendously. He's just helped me find out who I am, and He's led me and blessed me with blessings every day. He's still blessing me. So
most,
God is in my life and impacting me a lot.
most definitely. Has there been times where like God has there was like a temptation, like you could have went one way, but then you knew like you were saying that you had to stay focused, you knew what your goals were and what you wanted to strive for. Was there times where you saw God work and you knew like, no, I'm not going to go in this direction because it could lead me down a different path and distract me from where or distract you from where you was trying to get to?
Yeah, man, I feel like at a younger age you don't know it, but as I got older, I understand now. The temptations are around every day, everywhere you walk around is a temptation. You can get tempted to walk across the street, but you got to know you can't walk across the street with cars coming. So you got to know that's that self talk. So
Yeah,
you go back to that self talk. So you just the temptation every day, and just being raised. My parents raised me right, and having a good family around me, having good friends. Just not I mean, we all were on the same things. Like I played basketball, and that's all you were play basketball. That's all we did was play basketball. We might have been tempted with other things, but we were raised right. We had a great family, great foundation. That we didn't take on any of those temptations. We stayed focused on what we wanted to do as kids, and we just kept growing every day, going after that, and it got us to where we are today. So like temptation is there, but you just have to be you have to have a good foundation and have a good mindset, and just to be able to fight off temptations and keep going.
Most definitely. Most definitely.
Bro, what was it like to make the NBA? Like the moment you checked in for your first game, hitting that big goal, what was that like?
Shoot, I don't know what it was like. I ain't making to the NBA, but I know my brother made it. I know watching him, his first bucket was good. But playing overseas, my first game
Yeah,
overseas was fun.
yeah,
He played in
Uh,
NBA Summer League.
I
Don't
met
sugarcoat that, man. That's a
Summer league
big,
was cool. Summer
I
yeah,
league
that's
was
met
a
cool,
big
but
overseas,
accomplishment.
yeah. I,
summer league was just like a pickup game to me. So it was just like
Nah,
pickup.
man, that's still a big accomplishment. Not too many people could say that they did. I didn't do it, so you feel me? So,
Yeah,
like, that's a big accomplishment. Like you said, from our upbringing to say that you had NBA experience, like on your resume, like not too many people could say that they did that. You feel me? So, like, that's big. And not only that, like you dominated at every level. So it's like you deserved it.
yeah. I feel like I always tell Jamal. He always ask me what was the difference, what happened. I was just like, when I see my brother make it, I took my foot off the gas and just enjoyed him, watching him, and seeing him enjoy it and be successful in it. So I just took the time off to be in the moment with him. So I just relaxed and but my first game overseas and playing overseas was fun, man. I love the culture. I love being in different different locations and adapting to things. So it was cool. Overseas is fun. I would recommend it for anybody, man. Go out, go travel the world and see what's out there because you never
What did
know.
it what did it teach you? What did overseas experience teach you your time out there?
Just helped me find myself and who I am. You get a lot of alone time. You by yourself a lot. You gotta figure out things on your own. You know what I mean? So it's like different time. You gotta figure out how you're gonna eat. So you really had to grow up and find out what's going on inside yourself and know yourself. And that's what those mental talks go into. Going to play a lot overseas. You know, you played overseas, man. You can go crazy over there if you want. If you ain't all put together. So
No, for
talking
real.
talking to God, reading the Bible a lot over there. It was all good though. So it was fun.
is that where you like learn to, listen and hear that inner voice, that intuition to guide you? Mainly it was like those overseas.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Those overseas trips, those overseas. I call them vacations. Those are the times you really get to talk to yourself and know more about yourself. Because, like I said, you have nothing but time. You practice and go back home. You really can't watch too much TV because you don't know what's going on TV. You can't understand it. Like you got to figure out what you're gonna eat. It's cool, but you find out who you are and how strong mentally you can be.
right, yeah, yeah, yeah. And you said your brother was a great example to you, and Jamal and I were trying to just, be examples to, I guess, like the younger generation, our generation. And what do you feel like makes a good leader, a good mentor, a good older brother to someone, to other men?
Oh man, character. Yes, character is the main one because you got to have some type of character for somebody to want to follow you.
Yeah.
So I feel like character is number one, and then he was just determined. He was determined. He showed a lot of determination, hard work, work ethic. Work ethic is another one, a big one.
Mhm.
And character, yeah, he was just always doing the right thing. Even though I was a little on the wild side, different side, but I know that what my brother's doing is the right. So if I ain't doing something close to that, then I'm in the wrong. So that was something that he was always good at. But yeah, to be a good leader, to be a good example, you just have to have a good character, morals, good work ethic, things like that.
Sure, for sure. And really quick, like right before we started the call, man, Jamal and I, we were just talking about when you try to do good in the world, when you try to better yourself, there's always small, sometimes big, random, bad things that happen to you, right? Like contrasts. And I mean, real talk, have you experienced that with your basketball career or just anything? Like you're all of a sudden like, all right, I'm gonna lock in, I'm gonna prioritize God more, I'm gonna be the best version of myself. And then as soon as you start or you're building momentum, something random or just bad happens to you, bro, and tries to kill that momentum.
Yeah, obstacles, adversity, things every day that happen in life, man. I tell Jamal it's just life, man. Life. Everybody has those things that happen to them. You never know when it's gonna happen, what it is, but it's gonna be an obstacle. It's gonna be a test. Basically, it's just a test. Testing your faith, testing your ability to your mental toughness, testing who you are. If you can pass the test, you'll go to the next level and you'll get those blessings that are waiting for you. You have to pass the test. You have to get over those obstacles and get past the adversity before you can get those blessings. So yeah, I feel like I've always had those. I had those in my basketball career, getting injured, you know, uh, getting the job and then maybe getting cut. Like, then I feel like I should have made it there. I was better than this person, but I didn't make it. Those things. But you got to get over those things and keep pushing forward because you never know what's ahead of you. You never know. Everything, like I told Jamal all the time too. Everything happens for a reason. You never know what the reason is for at the moment, but everything happens for a reason. So you just gotta look at the good in it, not try to look at the bad.
Yeah. Like zoom out kind of.
Big,
You're,
bigger
you're
picture.
yeah, bigger picture for sure. Dang. Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, I love everything you said, bro, especially with the listening to your like inner voice, because when that adversity comes, I feel like if you can just like master listen to that inner voice, you're gonna be led. And I think another word for the inner voice for sure is like the Holy Spirit, the Holy Ghost. It's God, trying to lead and guide you.
Yep,
That's
your spirit. It is your spirit.
yeah, for sure. Um,
Yeah, for the listeners out here too that really don't know, us three, we all have something in common, and that's that we all are Rogich alumni. Kashif and I, we played at the first basketball team, the first year the school opened. We were on that the first basketball team that year, so
Mhm.
that's pretty special. And then, like Hunter said previously, that I used to coach him at Rogich when he was in middle school. So I think it's pretty cool that we all have those same ties. So to see the kids and how well that they're doing now, I feel like that's because we helped shape the program. So that says a lot.
I remember the questionnaire they sent, man. It was trying to ask what color should we be or
I
what
remember that.
mascot.
Yeah, I
I,
remember
I
that
was like,
too.
oh man, this is different. And then we ended up coming like whatever I picked, it came to be like it was purple and teal. I was like, dang, I did pick purple and teal too. Like it was funny. Like they sent out a questionnaire about what we should name the school and stuff like that.
Yeah, what I
Mascot.
remember, yeah, man, like what I remember about the school, because it was a new school, and anytime there's something like new or is changed, you fear it. For the most part, especially as a kid. So I was a little tempted, a little hesitating to like go to Rogers, because at the time I was going to Brinley Middle School, and I had like a lot of my friends that I grew up there, with. So I didn't want to change, I didn't want to move. But it ended up being like, one of the best things that could have ever happened to me because I met, a lot of great people chief along the way, so
mm.
You know?
That's crazy. I didn't know, like, I didn't even think about how there could have been like a questionnaire to pick the colors. But two things about Rogic, bro. I feel like the best Jordan to describe Jordan or describe Rogic would be the grape
yeah.
five.
The fives, the great fives.
And then the song by DMX, it's like Rough Riders Anthem.
Yeah, there you
Yeah,
go.
yeah, we
Yeah,
had that, didn't we? I think we had that.
yeah,
What is
yeah,
it?
yeah.
Bro, but when we were there, bro, when we were there, man, they had like custom Nike jerseys, like no,
Oh,
Jordan.
bro.
It was
Oh yeah,
got
we
sponsored by
didn't. Yeah,
Ernie. It
None of that.
yeah. Ernie hooked it up like for y'all, man. Like I said,
was
Kashif and
crazy.
I, we laid the foundation. We didn't have any of that. I think your team. Did you guys have team shoes? I don't know, because I know we did. I was hooping in like the cool grays back then. I felt like
I was hooping in
those
some
was
Bishop Gorman shoes, some orange shoes.
I
I had
remember
some
that too. You did. I remember that. But y'all was hooping in the cool grays.
orange Adidas.
That's
Man,
awesome. We even had like a shooting machine, man. It was kind of cool. Like,
Yeah.
that's funny. Man.
Rogas is the powerhouse now, man.
That's
So
good
to
to
see
see.
it
That's
from,
good to see.
yeah,
Yeah.
seriously. So I definitely got to go check a game sometime soon.
I want to go see when they play Hyde Park. I think I'm gonna go check that one out.
Yeah, that'll be a good one. That'll be a real good game. I'm gonna have to go with you then.
Yeah, bro. Same. I've been wanting to go back. So, how was Gorman, bro? How was Gorman playing? How was that experience? Like, why did you go there instead of like a public school right down the street, like Paly?
Uh, and my parents, my mom had a vision. She was just made sure we were going to stick to basketball and make sure we were going to get out, go do something good in basketball and education. She was a big on education too, so she was like, "Hey, y'all going to do education and play basketball." So she made sure that she just put us in the right spots. My brother, and then my brother he went there, so I was like, I'm gonna go to the same high school too.
Mhm.
No, Gorman was cool though. My first year was a transition because I been going to public school for the last 2 years, and then going to a Catholic private school was different, hard, strict, keeping your shirt tucked in. I stayed with detentions. Like the curriculum was different because like they give you so much work. All the work was different, so it's like it was hard for at first, but then I got it. I grew to like it towards the end of my senior year. I grew to like it. Now I miss it, so I really love it. So
That's cool, man. Um,
He
I
got player of the year, so that says a lot of the type of career that he had at Bishop Gorman. And everybody know, and for high school basketball, boys high school basketball, the Bishop Gorman has always been a powerhouse. So for him to get player of the year in 2005, man, speaks on what type of player that Kashif was. Even though like I knew him and I was around him so much, he was still like my favorite player to watch play. And when we're on the same team, he was a great leader, a great motivator for me. He inspired me to lift my game up to play even better. So I always appreciate everything that I learned from him.
I was lucky, man. I look at a brother that's 3 years older than me though. So I got
That's
the ride.
true.
I got the ride that coattail, so I was cool.
That's true. That's
So
true.
I ain't tripping, man. I really just give it all to him because he really set it up for me. So if it wasn't
Yeah.
for him, if it wasn't really for him, I probably had to put in too much more work. But I had it pretty easy, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I had it pretty easy. Just go out there and do a little something.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel it. But you still play, like you said, went on. Can you tell us like what after high school, like your recruiting process, like where you ended up going?
Well, after high school, I ended up going to prep school. I ended up going to prep school, Winchendon Prep in Boston. I went
Mhm.
there for a year, did a post grad year. After that, I went to Indian Hills. Indian Hills is a junior college. We're like the number one junior college, and it was in Iowa. We went like 31-1, number one in the nation. Um, Very good team. A lot of guys still playing to this day. Then after that, I transferred. I wanted to get closer to home. I missed home. My brother had went overseas when I was in Indian Hills in junior college. So I got home. I guess they call it homesick. I guess I got homesick. My brother was overseas. I was missing home, so I wanted to get closer to home. And so I ended up transferring, going to Irvine Valley in California, like 3 hours away from home, a little closer. And then after that, I ended up signing to University of Idaho. Went there for
Idaho.
went there for 2 years with my one of my best friends, Marcus Lawrence, as my point guard in high school. So he ended up signing and going to with me to Idaho. So that was pretty cool. Got to do that. Then after that, just played overseas for a couple years, here and there. Moved around. Where did I go first? Canada first, or G League first. Got drafted into G League. With third round, fourth pick to the Mexico Thunderbirds. Played for Darvingham. Darvingham was my coach.
Oh, that's crazy.
Uh,
D Ham.
yeah,
How
D
was it playing for
Ham.
him?
It was cool, man. He was cool. He was intense. He's the same way he was when he was with the Lakers. Seemed like he was just same intensity. Rasheed Wallace was an assistant coach. Sean Rooks was an assistant coach. Who else was there? Jeff McGinnis was assistant coach. He was pretty cool, man.
Okay.
My first year out. Um, After that, I went to Canada, Mexico. Uh,
Yeah.
had a little small stint in China. Didn't like China. I didn't like the living over there, so I had to get back home. I couldn't. It was hard. It was a struggle to get used to that over there. So came right back home, and then Mongolia was my last. I think my last stop.
Mongolia.
Yeah.
But was the
Okay.
sushi good, bro? Was it, did they actually have sushi or no? Was it a bunch of like,
Yeah, see, I ain't dive all the way into that. If you know me, I'm very simple, man. I'll just keep it cool. If I don't know what it is by looking at it, I don't want to try it.
I'm the
oh,
same way. I can, and if I can't like spell it or pronounce it, like, nah, I'm
No,
cool.
it's not a
dude,
try this.
Dude, us three, I mean, we're all from Vegas. Have you guys been or heard of Sushi Fever?
Yeah, I do sushi though. I do the sushi over here because they'll tell me what it is.
I'm allergic to seafood, so I don't even do all that. So that's between
Dude,
y'all now.
Over
dude,
there, over there with the sushi, they not playing. Hey, it's sushi. Eat it or don't eat
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
still alive, bro.
They not telling me everything that's in it.
Yeah, I wouldn't eat it. I wouldn't eat it, bro. I don't like the raw stuff. Just a
Yeah, I'm
little.
Nah,
cool.
I couldn't
Yeah,
do
I'm
it.
cool.
I
No.
need a bunch of sauce if I ate something raw.
Exactly. I need a whole bunch of soy and give me something else. And wasabi too. Sure.
Yeah, bro. That's cool. Like, how was it being in another country, bro? Did people treat you? They treat you good? Like,
Yeah.
besides
Every country we went to, they treat us like royalty, like yeah, because they watch basketball and a lot of the games we national were on the TV in that country, so they watch the game and they see that you're not from here, so they, you know what I mean, America, they still have those ideas about America, so yeah, they see you and hey, you're American, how you doing? Want to
yeah,
show you around and things like that, take pictures with you because you're tall. So
yeah.
yeah,
That's cool, man. That's
it's cool.
They
fun.
wanted to film my hair all the time out there. That's why I ended up cutting it. I was like, man, it got weird.
I don't know about that, Mo. I don't know.
Hey, in Bolivia, it's like I had the long braids back then. They're like, "Can I feel your hair?" Like the kid. I'm like, "No, man. I used to just end up putting a do rag on."
That's funny. That's funny, bro. But in Bolivia, they were cool to you too, Jamal, right? Because South America,
Yeah,
like super.
yeah, that was by far like the best country that I played in. The fans out there, they were amazing. I definitely can't wait to go back out there and like host another camping and everything too. So, yeah, they're for sure.
I mean, in terms of basketball, you guys like, I guess in like just anywhere, do they foul a lot more? Like if you're playing against a dude in Mexico or South America, Bolivia, he's like kind of from there, do they foul a lot
Oh
more?
yeah, I feel like I don't know Kashif's experience, but from my experience, it was more aggressive. I feel like, and the Americans we didn't get as much calls as the ones from out there did. So it was real. We had to just play through it. It was way more physical. Overseas for me, from my experience. What about
Like
you, Kashif?
like Mexico was probably one of the most physical leagues. The LMVP was real physical. They got big dudes, but Mongolia was like, they didn't care over there. They hacking you. Referees, they were. I ain't gonna lie. I think one of the referees was reffing drunk. You could probably smell his liquor off him. So
Shoot.
yeah, Mongolia was tough, man. It was like,
Serbia was like that for me. Serbia was tough. One of the when you talking about referees, so experience that I had was one of the refs was texting. No, he was on the phone, like doing and
oh
reffing at
no,
the same time. I'm like, I know
no.
he not really on the phone, but it's different. It's different. So all I can
Yeah,
say.
Bro,
So
because why I ask is 'cause I lived in South America and Uruguay for like 2 years. Just teach, I was there to teach people about God, like not do anything else, just focus on teaching people about God. And we found this group of people we play pickup with, bro, and like it was just like pickup. But these guys from Uruguay, they were hacking like
yeah,
crazy. So we had to like stop playing because guys were getting hurt. I'm like, oh my, like you got this is not American football. It was weird. I know it
that's how they
wasn't
play.
professional, but there was
That's how
like a
we play. Yeah.
but they were hacking hard, bro. Well, yeah, it's similar to like Argentina people. I know there were some good Argentina players like Ginobili that made it to the league. But
no,
anyway,
there's a lot of good foreign players out there. Like
True though.
so it is just even the ones just because they didn't make it to the NBA or anything doesn't mean that they weren't or that they're not good. You know what I mean? There's still a lot of talented players from all over. That people don't even know about. So that they don't know about them if they played against them, but around the world they probably don't have like a big name or big following like that.
yeah, and I guess before we like get to the end of this, guys, like in Europe, man, because you look in the league right now, the best players are from Europe, most of them. How's the ball and how's basketball in Europe? Did it like all of a sudden just like explode, or has it always been big the last 10 years, or like because you got
I don't
Luke,
know. That's
Giannis.
one thing I didn't play in Europe. I did kind of want to play in Europe. The opportunity never came to play in Europe, but I heard they're training. They train a lot. They train like you practice during the day in the morning, and you come back and practice at night. So it's like you're getting 2 days in. So you
And that's
can't
exactly what it is. Yeah.
you're getting two practices in one day, and you're working out like getting lifting. I don't know. It's just more. You're doing more. You're getting more in on their 24 hours than
And in their
Americans.
training, they're learning like more of the fundamentals and doing like working on the right things instead of just doing multiple like combo moves that you're really not gonna use in a game. They're literally learning like real basketball and like when to cut, how to come off a screen, footwork, like pivots, like little stuff like that. And then like I said, usually like I said, the second workout is like all start getting shots up or something like that. In America, we're not doing that, and they're staying consistent throughout this whole process. So and I feel like for as far as what I saw the difference was in America it's more one-on-one game, and in Europe it's more a team game. It's pass, screen, cut. You doing all that. You playing as a team. You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
Recovery too, though. I feel like they recovery. They're taking more. I don't know. They're serious about it at a young age. At a younger age,
yeah,
they're taking
yeah,
the recovery more serious than a younger age. A lot of guys over here just taking off, taking
yeah,
rest.
yeah,
You can't
yeah.
take like rest is cool, but you still got to do the other maintenance and the other recovery things that you have to do for your body. Training and recovery is two main things of how you're going to develop and get better.
That's true.
Yeah, I
That's
feel
true.
like
That's real. Kashif, do
So
you think that the difference also is that kids out here in America, they're so talented at different sports that they play different sports in different seasons, but overseas, the kids out there kind of know already, at a young age what it is that they want to do. So they're, like you said, they in a gym at a young age multiple times a day. So they just getting better and better and just stacking days, brick by brick. So do you think that plays a difference?
kind of, sort of, but I feel like by the time you get to high school, you should know what you're trying to do anyway.
Yeah, but like,
Like
what
a lot
about
of
like the middle school kids or elementary, middle school
I feel like
kids? That's
there's nothing wrong with options and opportunities. Like for kids, you know what I mean, we want to give a kid just, hey, you just gonna play basketball.
that's
You know
true.
what I mean? He might not be good, but he might be good in soccer, so let him do that. So
That's
you
true.
never know. Like you gotta give them the opportunity. Kids the opportunity to do what they can do. But by the time you get to eighth grade, you should know what you're trying to do by now, baby. Come on, lock in. Because you only got 4 years left to really make it happen.
Do you feel like the kids then at that point, by the time they get to middle school, that they, in order to compete with the kids that's overseas, I mean, do you think they should start going like homeschooled so then that way they could just lock in and stay in the gym all day every day and
No, it's
still
just
get their school?
no, it's just development. Shit, you can go to school. We did it. I did it. And we can go to school
No,
and still.
that's
You know
true.
what I mean? So it's just
That's true.
when you get done with school, take care of your business. Make
That's
the
true.
best out of your make the best most out of your 24 hours. Everybody talk
I,
about Kobe. Everybody talk about
yeah,
Kobe and how the Mamba mentality. Like he made the best. Like how he talks about how he make the best out of his 24 hours. He would get up at 5 or 6 just to get those extra two workouts in,
that's
so
true.
he can be better. So you gotta kind of factor that in if you're trying to get somewhere. Like, hey, I got to put these extra 2 hours in, or I got to put this extra hour in, so I can be better than the next person. And while they just get one workout, I'm getting two workouts in.
And then too, yeah. And
So it's
that's
just a
that's something
sacrifice.
that
It's just a sacrifice, and I think that we're not sacrificing nowadays. A lot of kids aren't sacrificing. They just want, you know what I mean? Now it's NIL. You ain't got to do all that.
that's true.
You can be good for a little bit and be good on social media and get some money.
Yeah.
Like man, I wish I had social media back then. Man, I really be trying to get paid.
I know, yeah.
I wouldn't even be trying to play basketball for real. I'd be trying to get paid. Like, I mean, just put me on social media.
Yeah, that's
Let
true,
me
for real.
let me make some clips real quick, and I'm good.
Yeah.
They're gonna pay
Yeah,
me.
you would have been, yeah, for sure. Your stuff would have went viral, especially the time when you dunked it and broke the backboard.
See,
Like
man,
shattered the backboard. He shattered the
yeah,
backboard. Yeah, we're at the Boys and Girls Club. It was
that's
like the
funny.
whole gym went crazy. It's like I've never seen anything like that. That's just, the things that he's done is just like, and to me, with my own eyes, wasn't normal. I'm like, man, nah, something different about him. Like I thought I was good, but nah, he's just different. Like and so he's
Wow.
trying to be humble right now, but nah, he's definitely done and accomplished a lot. So
I just feel like they make it easy for kids nowadays, which is not. I'm not mad about it or jealous about it, but it's just the nature of how things grow and evolve. But sacrifice is big, though. You got to sacrifice some things just to get to what you really want.
that's
yeah.
real.
I think I like that, man. Like exactly what you said about Kobe, using your 24 hours to your advantage, like just managing your time good, getting up early,
Yeah,
whatever, and then maybe taking a nap if you have to and do it again. Like there's some guys out there, even big like coaches, life coaches that well, like they only believe in 12-hour days and they'll like cut their times up by 12 hours and they live by that.
Wow.
They get more done. I don't know, just whatever works for you. Like you said, your intuition.
Yeah. Your body gonna tell you when you're tired, when you need to take a little nap. It's gonna wake you up too when you need to wake up. So,
That's
so
so
yeah,
true. That's so true.
Kashif, one last question before we let you get up out of here though. We forgot to mention that you're now currently a high school varsity coach for the girls. Like as a leader, how do you inspire your girls on the court?
man, showing up every day, just being motivated. That's how I really just inspire them and try to lead them. Just be a motivator every day, just letting them know I've been in their shoes before, not as a girl, but as a young adult, as a high school kid trying to navigate life. I've been in your shoes before, and just take every day, and try to get better. So just be motivated every day. Just be motivated, have good energy, be positive, and try to take everything as it comes. You don't have a bad day. You don't have a bad moment. You just have a bad second. That was just a bad
All right.
experience, like a bad second. So just keep moving. Don't let nothing hold you down and keep you down because they have a long life ahead of them. They're only like what 15, 15, probably 18 the most. So
Yeah.
just try to motivate the girls, man, every day, and just show up every day with a good mentality, good energy. You getting trying to get better.
You
Most
just
definitely.
inspired me, man. I feel like you must be a good coach, man. I'm ready to run through a brick wall and like get the rest of my errands done today, bro. Like literally, I'm like, all right, I gotta go to the post office, drop that thing off for my wife. Oh, I feel motivated.
Get it done, man. Get it
Get
done.
it done.
Got the chills, bro.
That's what's up.
No, but we appreciate you hopping on, man, taking time out of your day to do this. Really appreciate it. We always like to leave with a call to action, which is just an invitation for anyone who gives us a listen. And I think it's, listen to your body, man. Listen to your intuition. Use your time wisely, time management, and just show up every day. And like you just said, man, like you don't have a bad day. You might have a bad few seconds, but you just get over it, listen to your body, listen to your intuition, and keep going. I don't know if you guys have anything else to add to that, but those were some of my takeaways for sure.
Yeah, and yeah, likewise. And Kashay, I just want to say thank you, man, for like you say you taking the time to join our show, man. It means a lot to us, and uh, I'm just glad that you're able to share your story and just give your testimony and just hoping that you can inspire multiple kids around the country, you know what I mean, around the world. So we definitely appreciate you, man. Like I said, you're like a big brother to me, So everything that you have, all the knowledge that you have, dropped on me. I've learned a lot from you, so I just want to say thank you and give you your flowers, while you're here, and just want the world to know, how much you mean and inspire me.
I appreciate y'all both for having me, man. Great, man. Great show.
Sure, man.
Anytime,
Appreciate it.
anytime.
All right, everybody, be your best selves today. Thanks for giving this a listen.